This is Gente FH Business Consultants YouTube page. Welcome. Why don't you go ahead and subscribe, like, share, and comment. Today we're going to be talking about the Trump Gold Card and is it a feasible and viable way or a path to citizenship? Okay, people have been talking about this gold card where you could put down a sizable amount of money and you could skyrocket your chances of becoming a United States citizens. Uh, so according to Boundless, which is an article, news site article, it says President Donald Trump announced Wednesday that his new $5 million investment visa program, now called the Trump Card, has opened its waiting list. Trump introduced the idea earlier this year under the name Gold Card and says the program will offer permanent residency, work authorization, and a path to U.S. citizenship in exchange for major investments. Trump said thousands have been calling and asking how they can sign up. The waiting list is now open. So the proposed Gold Card would function as a high-dollar alternative to existing EB-5 immigrant investor program. I didn't even know that was a thing. I didn't know that you could invest money into certain job sectors and you could guaranteed to a path to citizenship through this. This is new stuff to me too. EB-5 immigrant investor program, which grants lawful permanent residency to those who invest $1,050,000 or $800,000 in targeted employment areas in the U.S. economy. Immigration law experts have raised questions about the legality of creating such a visa without congressional approval. Introducing a brand new immigration pathway typically requires legislation passed through Congress. So far, no such law has been enacted. Several other countries have tried similar golden visa schemes, including Portugal, Greece, and the United Kingdom offers residency or citizenships in exchange for sizable investments. Many of these programs have been scaled back or ended due to concerns over limited economic benefit and lack of transparency. So, lack of transparency is a big thing because when you're saying that people could put down $1 million or 800,000 US dollars for a path towards citizenships, and there's no vetting process, if you just come with the money, that means now you're opening up the border to high level narco traffickers under different aliases and stuff, third world African and generally third world dictators, war generals, all types of people. So they're saying there's no specifics and there's no vetting processes and transparency for this stuff. So is it feasible? I don't know. I mean, how many people have $1 million to put down? Most people that come into the country are coming to look for $1 million, right? They don't already have $1 million to put down. And if you already have $1 million to put down, would you want to leave your country? I mean, I don't have $1 million. I don't have $800,000, but maybe if I did, I would think differently about my worldly approach and global politics and stuff. Maybe having a U.S. citizen as a world business person is advantageous to you. I don't know, but it's a great economic venture. Of course, like I said before, if you want your economy to grow, you want to have people come into your country with a lot of money, putting that money in job sectors. Those job sectors will create jobs for locals, and then so it's a benefit to both the society and the country in general. Now, the biggest if is transparency. So, transparency meaning if you have this money, they need to know where the the money comes from, right? They need to know where the money comes from. Are these uh, uh, is this drug money or is this scam money? Is this fraud? Is this money from illegal weapon sales? Is it money from illegal minerals and stuff? So I don't know how this would work. You know, if Congress passes this as a bill, then the vetting process would be people need to have a legitimate source of income, right? But it looks like Trump had gone to the Middle East to push this, right? The Middle East is known for having people with really deep pockets. So he traveled over to the Middle East. And I read apparently there's already 250,000 people on the waiting list, 250,000 millionaires and billionaires on this waiting list. So maybe it looks like if you're a millionaire or a billionaire, or you're working your way towards being a millionaire and billionaire, it would be advantageous to you to, hopefully, if this thing goes into law, it will be advantageous to you to get you a citizenship through this path. Looks like money is a hack. If you have a lot of money, looks like you could do anything, right? Anything is possible when you have a lot of money. But like I said, this is not stuff for the regular folks. This is stuff for the people with really thick bankrolls, long bankrolls, people with generational and multi-generational wealth. I'm curious to see the people on those lists. I'm sure it's like sheikhs and oil money and investment bankers and all kinds of stuff from all over the place. Uh, I don't know. Is this a worthy endeavor? Yeah, if you have the money. If you had the money, I think this would be a worthy endeavor. But we just regular folks, man. If you regular folk, you could be a dreamer and say maybe in the future I could be a millionaire or billionaire, and this would be a worthy investment. But it's just interesting seeing that different variations of path towards citizenship, right? And the value money creates, right, in terms of what it can help you do, right? So you could be somewhere in the Sudan, right? And you're an oil magnate in the Sudan, or you're selling minerals in the Sudan, and this opportunity provides itself, and you can move your whole family here, right? I think this is interesting. Anyway, go to Exigent AFH Business Consultants YouTube page, subscribe, like, and share this content. We'll be looking at these kinds of news articles where we deal with immigration issues, especially in the care world, and different opportunities and different ideas of, paths to citizenships and whatnot in the healthcare industry. But this is not a segue. I just thought this was interesting stuff. And if you have time, you could go look at this stuff. It's on TrumpCard.gov. I'll put the website up here, and you could go take a look at the website and see how, if you just like a person that just likes to read interesting stuff, I think this is pretty interesting stuff, and it just, if you have the goal in mind to be a wealthy individual in the future, it just gives you, uh, opens up your mind and how to think in terms of global political influence and stuff, right? All right, go to Exigent AFH Business Consultants YouTube page, hit the subscribe button, like, share, and comment. Till soon, ciao.